Hey everybody, happy Friday the 13th! Welcome back to the Film Fan Reviews, and this is your first time seeing me then.
Hello.
So, as you can tell, things are a bit different here today. With it being Friday the 13th, I thought, why not talk about a Friday the 13th movie? I've done that before with the retro reviews, so why not talk about the one that's the most special to me? And that one is Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Personally, I love this movie just because of how self-aware it is. The fifth movie did not get the reception that most people wanted, especially with it being a copycat killer. Sorry, spoilers for Friday the 13th Part 5 that came out in the mid-80s. So with that failure on 5, they decided to hire Tom McLaughlin to take over the directing chair, and he brought things in a new direction with comedy. Now there was always some comedy in the movies, especially usually brought on by the audience laughing at how ridiculous some of the kills were, but this one brought in actual jokes and some really funny dialogue that I personally really loved.
That's it. We're driving this baby back to town in reverse.
I'm also a huge fan of the horror comedy subgenre, so this movie was kind of made for me before I was even alive, so.
Nobody wants to die.
Throughout the series leading up to this, Jason was a very violent and brutal killer to the point where you wanted to cover your eyes sometimes. But in this movie, when I see a kill like this, I laugh every time. Because this movie not only pokes fun at the movies that came before in the franchise, but it also pokes fun at the 80s slasher tropes that we've known throughout the horror genre. Another fun fact is that this one is one of the only ones that actually have kids at the camp. Usually the counselors are dead long before they even show up, so it was nice to have that added element of hopes that the kids weren't going to get hurt and suspense, but also some of those kids had some of the funniest dialogue like this.
So, what were you gonna be when you grew up?
And whenever I hear this line, I always think of a fellow YouTuber from Michigan. You'll probably know his channel.
I think we're dead meat.
Go Blue! Friday the 13th Part 6 is basically where Jason Voorhees becomes Frankenstein's monster. Quite literally, actually, with the lightning basically regenerating him. And this is honestly when the series hits its creative peak for me. I enjoy the rest of the movies in the series leading up to this, but I think this one puts all those elements together that I love, but adds in that comedy, and the self-aware comedy is some of my favorite stuff. So putting all that together and wrapping it in a nice bow, I think Part 6 is by far my favorite. When I think about Friday the 13th as a whole, a lot of the iconic moments I think about are from this movie. Whether it's the guy getting ran into the tree and his arm getting ripped off, the RV stuff, and honestly just a lot of the other kills are really funny, and the dialogue is some of the funniest it's ever been. So if you're looking for a fun, cheesy movie to watch, especially on Friday the 13th, I think Part 6 is the way to go. Part 1 usually kind of bores people sometimes because it's a little bit slow, but this one has a lot of humor in it and it moves really fast, so if you're looking for a fun time, definitely check it out. Oh yeah, and if I'm throwing it on my 5-star rating scale, it sits right about at a 4 out of 5. It's not my favorite movie of all time, but it's definitely my favorite of the franchise, and it's a worthy, fun slasher. Alright everybody, that's the end of this video, and if you liked it, please hit that like button, and comment your thoughts. What's your favorite of the Friday the 13th movies? I'd love to chat with you. And if you want to share it, that'd be awesome, and if you want to follow me on Letterboxd, you'll probably keep up with me a lot closer on what I'm watching, and little blurbs of what I think about movies, and follow me on the rest of my social medias. All that'll be linked in the description, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. You did good, Steve. That felt good. Where'd that machete go?